Today, I am 278 days sober. It's crazy to say that. It's crazy to say it out loud that I'm recovering from alcohol and I'm in the process of healing myself, being a mother of three, being a person of usually quietness, that I have the vulnerability now to come out and say the things to myself and to others to help myself keep healing. It's been a journey the last few months. I'm 9 months now, and this isn't the first time I've done this. This isn't the first time that I've gotten to a point where I know I needed help, and I asked for help, and I allowed myself to go on the journey of reaching out to people to show me what I need to get done. So now I have time to be with my family. I'm meeting with my help, going through the steps because I didn't do that before. I didn't try to go through the steps. I didn't ask for help, and I ended back at a place that had me sad, hurting, in financial problems, in criminal courts, and going through relationship problems, and all of that was stemming from one thing, and me also not facing my fears. So taking accountability for those things and facing my fears and allowing myself to dig deep was part of my transformation. I had that spiritual awakening that they say you go through. And every day is another spiritual awakening because I'm finding another part of myself that I didn't know was the authentic part of me because I was in fear for so long. I was hiding from all of the pain, the guilt, the shame that I was placing on myself, that I was thinking other people were placing on me. And I would stuff it down with the drinking. I would stuff it down with the isolation. I would stuff it down with, going to do things that I thought would give me gratification. It gave me that instant gratification, but after that was done, the same thing would come back. The same feelings would come back. And then it just became a cycle over and over and over again for years. And I got tired mentally, physically, spiritually. You know, I was trying everything else thinking that that was going to heal me, but still drinking. I went on ayahuasca journey a few times. That did help. I got to see some things because I was able to release my mind where the chaos in my brain was always going and going and going. And in those moments that I did go on the journey with the ayahuasca and I had the retreat time and I met the other people that were there, I was in a vulnerable place because we were all there trying to find the answer. We were all there sick and lonely, looking for love, looking for connection. And that opened up my heart in those moments. But as soon as I left that safe space of the retreats, I went back to putting the wall up. I went back to feeling like I didn't have anyone and I was alone. And in this place of feeling alone, even though I'm in a crowded room or I'm with family, is it's the hardest thing to face every day, over and over again. And after a while, I started becoming smaller and smaller and smaller and going into more of a people pleasing mode. I did that as a child, but for more of a protection of myself. If I can keep them happy, if I can keep them okay, then their reflection of happiness is going to make me happy. And then I don't have to worry about feeling hurt or feeling alone because then they'll want to be around me more because I give them that feeling of happiness. But I wasn't really happy. I was happy because of them. And when you take that away, all I'm left with is myself. And if I couldn't heal myself, I was never going to be genuinely happy. And I can say in this moment, I am genuinely happy. I love myself. I love where I am. And I'm not saying it just to say it. I really believe it. For years, I felt like you say it enough, it will happen. If you believe it enough, it will happen. But again, that was just another facade that I was putting on for myself because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know how to heal the things that hurt me because I was scared to face it. In the process of being sober, going through the steps in the big book, you have to face these things. You have to do your own inventory. And I'm on step 4 right now where I have to write down the people, places, things, institutions that I feel have hurt me, have made me go into a place of feeling guilt, shame, um, insecurity, fear. I have to put it on paper. And the steps to put it on paper, it's like pulling every part of my heart, every ounce of cracks that are in me is being exposed. It's been pretty hard. Things that I stuffed down, some things I didn't even know were causing resentment, were causing anger. But as I started writing down the names, started writing down the places, more started to be revealed. And as my sponsor says, more is going to be revealed. As I keep going and I keep going. So this is just the first layer. But I'm feeling healed just doing that. I feel the healing process happening and another awakening is happening. And I'm finding that these last few months have shown me who I am and who I desire to be, not for someone else, not for my kids, not for my employer, not for my spouse, not for, my family members, but who I want to be for me. And that's beautiful because I didn't know that that was possible. I thought for a long time that I needed another person, another thing, another, object or place in order to really make myself happy. If I didn't have those things there, then I would be nothing. And I'm okay now not having any of that. I can sit in a room by myself and make myself happy. And that's the beauty of this for me. That is the beauty because it's been so much chaos in my mind for so long that to have peace and serenity right now on this part of my journey, I can only imagine what it's going to be like in a year from now, 2 years, 3 years. And the change, the transformation that's going to continue to keep happening as I put the work in. I can only put the work in as much as I can do in that moment. You know, that was something else that I used to do. I used to beat myself up about not meeting the expectations of other people or comparing myself to other people and where they were in their journey in life. Like, I'm not making the right amount of money. I'm not living in the right place. I don't have, the relationship they have or the amount of kids that they have and all of that I'm comparing. But my journey does not have to be the same as somebody else's. We are all different. So we are all on our own journey. We are our own main character in our own story. I'm the main character in my story. What I see in my life is different from what someone else sees. And what they're going through, I can't compare because I don't really know. I can only see from my perspective, just like they can only see from theirs. That's has been a big revelation in my brain because I know that if I focus on myself, I focus on being the best version of myself for me, that's going to be reflected out of my actions, my words, my energy. All of that's going to be genuine and unique to me. And that's all that I can ask. And every day that I wake up now, I am asking that my higher power show me how I can be the best version of myself through love, patience, tolerance, how I can help others, how I can be an example for my kids, trying to think outside of myself. Because I already know everything that I need and I desire is within me. Everything that I want is already happening for me. In these past few months, there's so many things that have changed. And I just know that everything that's being placed in my life is pieces that are part of my puzzle. And it's a bigger It's a bigger vision out there that I can't even see yet. But I'm happy to get every little piece that I can handle at this moment. So going back to doing my own inventory, talking out loud, letting myself know my thoughts and feelings out loud is part of me doing my inventory. Because for so long, I've been holding these words back, just scared to even say this stuff out loud. To say that I had things that were hurtful and painful to me, that I resented certain people for things they said or did, and they don't even know it. It's like, how you holding on to that poison? Killing myself so long. People don't know why you mad. And you look at them and it's like, why are you doing this? Why are you saying these things? But again, those people were in their own story. They're doing what is best for them. And I can't take that personal. I can't take it as they're personally trying to hurt me. So that revelation, that's my word for the day. Revelation. The epiphanies, the revelations that are happening right now are just doubling in size. And I have to use a way to get it out. Me speaking on here could be helpful. Writing down, journaling has definitely been helpful. Thinking about the things that I'm grateful for every day. Today, I'm grateful for the beautiful sun. I'm grateful that I have a voice to say something. I'm grateful that I am able to see the changes in my life, big and small. I'm grateful that I'm still hopeful for tomorrow. I'm grateful that I am still sober today. And this will be another 24 that I'm going to be sober. And I'm grateful to look forward to tomorrow. There's things that I can just keep going on and on and on that I'm grateful about. And just months ago, I couldn't even think of anything that I'd be grateful for. I was so sad. I was so hurt. I was moving in a functional alcoholic mindset where I was just being here. I wasn't living life. I was just here, breathing, getting up, going to work, eating, going to sleep, trying to find a piece of happiness somewhere, but I wasn't really happy. And I feel like life needs to be genuine happiness. And until you can find that within yourself, you're not going to find it anywhere else. No matter how many trips I went on, no matter how many dishes I tried, trying to cook new things, no matter how many people I met, it was never bringing the joy that I bring to myself because I was not releasing the things I needed to release from my body in order to accept the genuine things that resonate with my soul. I am going to things that are a hell yes now. And if it's not, then it's out the door. Got to be genuine for what I believe is good for me. And if it's not, if it's something that doesn't sit right with my soul, I speak it out loud. I tell it to myself and to someone else, and I don't hold it in. Because holding in those secrets just cause more pain, cause more resentment, cause more guilt and shame that I can no longer hold on to. I choose not to. I need to be free of that. And I'm going to continue to keep doing that. So, yeah, my desire is to speak it out. The thoughts, the feelings, the emotions. And hopefully, it helps. So, thank you for allowing me to share my heart. I appreciate it. Have a beautiful day.